Propaganda techniques are ways we convince people. Propaganda techniques are used to sway arguments, and sometimes it can be underhanded. So we have pathos, logos, and ethos are rhetorical appeals, which are broad categories that we use to convince people. But propaganda then ends up being a bit more focused and sometimes a bit more dishonest. So let's take a look at some of these. Before we begin, please know that propaganda can be used in commercials to sell products, in politics to convince people. These are our two broad categories. So we can go as far as looking at Nazi Germany during World War II and seeing government propaganda, or we can just go looking at commercials to see how Doritos are sold. So we're going to take a look at three of these propaganda techniques right now. Our first is an appeal to numbers, statistics, or facts. This usually means that data is presented out of context. So maybe we're only giving certain numbers. We might also actually see false numbers. We might actually be lying as well. We could go that far and give a percentage of people, but we didn't do a study to prove that. So an appeal to numbers means it appeals to people who like logos, people who are looking for logical arguments. We might be only using certain facts or false facts to sway people to buy our product or to believe us. So this is an appeal to numbers. We're looking to sway people based on numbers, but we're not giving the whole story. Bandwagon is a second type of propaganda. And bandwagon is where everyone is doing something. So everyone is supporting a certain team, so more people are going to join. So bandwagon takes a look at what most people are doing, and then we convince everybody else to join us. Hey, look at how many people are buying this product. You should buy this product too. Look how many people are voting for this candidate. You too should vote for this candidate. So that is bandwagon. So whenever we see images or hear words how everyone is doing something, bandwagon. Our last piece here is a circular argument. We don't see these too often, and I feel we see these in politics more than we see these in commercials. But circular argument means that we're going to talk about a subject, but not really give answers about a topic. This is like when a little child asks why, and the parent says, because I said so. That's why, because I said so. This is just circular. We're not getting actual answers. We're just repeating ourselves. This is different from repetition, which we'll take a look at later. But a circular argument means the answer is part of the question. So these are our first three propaganda techniques. Please tune into my other two videos to go through the other six.